Okay, this is Matt Shaw, Chief Analyst, Knightsbridge Trading Academy, your training video number 23, and this is spotting bearish doji stars. Now, following on from the last video, I'm in these trades on a good profit. Before I go and spot the doji stars, just want to show where the stop loss is on this trade. I'm on the Euro Chief chart right now. Let's zoom in slightly. Now, I'm looking to get out of this long shortly. There's a few reasons, and only reason I bought this is going back slightly to where I showed in the last video. As you can see, the arrow I should say, apologies, the arrow here that obviously we came from the low point around 113.88, 87, and the candle showed more of its wick here, and the price closed over half higher, showing very bullish sign. The next candle was up, and then the next candle was white, showing good momentum, and then we got in on the 5th of October. Since then, we've had 3 good up days. Now, I'm looking at this on a daily chart because why I'm using a daily chart, as I've said before, and this is the reason we're looking at doji stars, bearish doji stars in this respect on a daily chart, is because if you're looking to get into these positions, these are best seen on a daily chart. Okay, you're looking to get into these kinds of trades for possibly a few days, maybe even a week. And so spotting these kinds of setups, you need to assess the market on a daily chart. You can go for confirmation on a shorter term chart, which is why my confirmation now, I feel we're in a kind of a roadblock here. I mean, this is a major reversal trend as well, of an uptrend. I'm coming on to that in a second, and this leads me into the reason why I'm going to get out of this long. I'm already on pretty much a guaranteed 40 pip profit. I got in long at 46, and then around this level here, as you can see, just above the dashed line, literally on the dashed line, and my stop loss is 86. Currently trading 06, so I'm 20 pips away. Again, I've moved my stop really tight in. Still giving myself room for maneuver, but still really tight in, whilst at the same time guaranteeing 40 pips. Now, again, you don't have to wait until your trade is stopped out. Of course you don't. But in this case, I think I'm pretty much going to get out, purely because I feel we've topped out. Again, from what I'm about to show you, you'll see the reason why. I'll go back to a 15-minute chart. We really seem to have some downside momentum, and on a 30-minute chart also, we really do seem to be pushing lower, and some very bearish signals cropping in here also. Now, so this is the reason I'm looking to get out. I'm going to close that just to confirm. Close in right here, and I've got a decent amount out of that trade. If it goes another 20 pips higher, I don't care. I've banked 928. Okay, so that's why I'm out. Now, first off, why am I feeling quite bearish? Well, first off, personally, I got in on this doji star, even in bearish doji star. That's what it's called. Now, what you get on these is simply a 3 candlestick pattern. Okay, it's a 3 candlestick pattern on even in bearish doji star. That's what they are. Now, this signals a major top reversal. That's what it is. It's made up of a white candlestick, which we've got here, and it's got a doji, and it normally gaps up from a doji star, excuse me, and then we've got the 3rd black candlestick closing, well, really get into the bones of this candlestick. It could close a good bit lower. It doesn't have to close this low. In this case, it's completely wiped out the last 3 candlesticks. So it's a decent bearish sign. But it's a good sell signal anyway. And so as soon as it penetrates this white candlestick, or takes over really over half of this candlestick, it's looking like a decent sell. There's more to it. There is more to it. I go through this in my masterclass, but this is a 3 candlestick pattern. The one up, white, you've got pretty much here where it's kind of a cross if you like. This is still quite thick. Normally you've got a straight line. This is why I confirm on a bar chart, my lovely favorite bar charts. Let's have a look here. We've got that last candlestick up. We've made a high, we've come off. Now normally the lines literally cross here and creates, well, a cross. It really closes the candle where it opened. As you can see, it opened here, made a high, made a low, and it closed just below. Normally the cross is literally just where it opened. All right, that's where it closes. On this case, it was just a little bit lower than that. Then you're followed by a down candle, a black candle. In this case, here's what we've got. This candle completely takes over this, so it's anywhere below this candle is a good sell. Now this went on to sell for another 2 days. I only caught a little bit of this because I got to the chart quite late. I caught the tail end of the candle and maybe should have got in a bit sooner, but I didn't notice it again. And don't scan every single pair every single day, but I managed to get about 20 pips. I should have got, you know, you really should have got, and that's your chance really to get 100 pips here off these kinds of setups. But what I did grasp was then it bottomed out at some point, which it has to do at some level, and that is when we got in on the buy, because still it's an uptrend. I don't think this is going to make any new highs. I do think this is a fake out rally and it's going to end off coming back lower, purely because this evening Doji star signal is a very bearish sign, and it generally does signal the end of a major top and a reversal on the way. That's pretty much what it signals. But the reason I got in here was a great little buy opportunity. You've not got to get in with any grasp that the market might head higher, you know, for weeks and weeks. You only want those couple of days, and that's why we got in higher here. But again, I'm not confident we've got a lot higher to go. From the lower end charts, 15 and 30 minute, even the 1 hour was showing, you know, we pretty much seem to be topping out around this level. And of course the great signal showing we've got lower to come, so I might well get in on a second wind lower. Anything shows me, for instance, if we get sort of a semi lower high here and another sort of bearish evening Doji star over here, then definitely get in. That will be ultra bearish then. But that's something to look out for, that a trend has come to an end, because pretty much it is a trend. The market's been trending higher all summer, really, the Euro Swiss. So that's been coming since, you know, middle of June. Since the summer solstice, we've been heading higher, so it's had a good run. Now, 1 or 2 more examples. I've got another one here on Euro GP. Let's open up that chart. Euro GP, again, very, very similar, isn't it? Very similar indeed. We've got, and very much, definitely, pretty much nearly a fine cross there. We've got that white candle right at the top of an uptrend. We've got this uptrend here coming again from the 19th. The euro was looking strong throughout this time. I'm going to zoom in again, and there we have it. That white candle, we have that cross, we have that lovely, lovely doji there, and the black candlestick lower. And look what happened here. Just to zoom out slightly there, look what happened to euro pound. After this signal lower, there was your signal, big wick on the candle. Go back to the bar, look at what that bar sees. Pretty much close that bar where it opened, just a tad above, but pretty much where it opened, then legged down. And then from that day on, pretty much sold, apart from 3 sessions, sold every day for like 9 days. So, well, 10 days even. So pretty much very, very, very good signal there. Lastly, on dollar yen as well, because overall I'm starting to get a little bit more bearish on dollar. Let's just get that up right at the top there. And again, very similar. We've been coming up since it had a little uptrend for since middle of June, and also pretty much inverted head and shoulders. So we've got that double top going on there as well. So pretty much came at the same time. But what it didn't do here was even in bearish doji star, what it's done here. Didn't do it there. Again, it was a different type of signal there, which we'll go into again. But this here, again, evening doji star, very, very strong, very strong. We'll go into it, look at it in slightly more detail. Pretty much not a huge candle there, not a big up candle, but again, it just needs to be white. It just needs to be higher than the previous candle, which it was. It closed and closed white. Again, big wick up, pretty much closed where it opened, and then the black candle down, and then went on to go quite a bit lower and sold off, well, from 113.90 down to 110.80. 300-400 pips you're talking about there throughout July. So it's quite a lot, isn't it? Over, pretty much 400 pips throughout the month. And again, went on to sell off down eventually into September below 108. So quite a lot. And it all started with the evening doji star right up the top here. That's where it started, this downtrend, which went on in total. You're talking over 600 pips. And it's 2 months, but 600 pips is well worth waiting for. Again, there were 1 or 2 buying opportunities in between, but again, nothing that really broke out this downtrend at all. It could have remained low anywhere from here. But there were some exact points to get in, ones we run through on the masterclasses, ones where we get the most out of these trades. I managed to catch this trade as well. Loved this one. Again, ignored Euro Chief, wasn't looking at that for the sell initially. I managed to catch a little buy up, but I'm back out and I'm waiting on Euro Chief, waiting for that down signal, which we should see in the next couple of days. Quite confident we'll see something here over the coming days, ready to sell this off. But we shall see. As of 10th of October, midday, I'm on the lookout. Thank you very much, guys. On to the next video.